Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Zainab Vora, and I'm very happy to have Dr. Nasir with me today, who's scored 191 in the recent FMG exam in his very first attempt, and that's an awesome score. So many congratulations, Dr. Nasir. And how are you feeling? And tell me about your journey.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. It's an absolute pleasure to share screen with Dr. Zainab, ma'am, who is a guide and an inspiration for millions of aspirants out there. I'm Dr. Nasir Ashraf, and I recently cracked the FMG exam, recently held in Jan 2024. This prefix has taken a lot of courage, dedication, and sacrifices. I remember in 2018, I decided to give colors to my dream and I went to China to pursue my dream of being a doctor. And since then, I never looked back.
Yes.
And the result speaks itself.
Awesome, awesome. And you are such a good speaker, I must tell you. So eloquently you are talking, and that makes me so happy. The stage is all yours, Nasir. Please tell the students, juniors who are so inspired by your attempt and want to know how to go about it. So what to do in MBBS, how to approach the studies then, and then what do you do when you come back?
Exactly, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. So I was gonna start with this fact that when I joined the MBBS course in China back in 2018, I had not had any guide except my brother.
Mhm.
So I used it like every other MBBS student used to study. I used the main textbooks like for anatomy, I used the Gray's Anatomy. For physiology, I used the Guyton and Hall,
Nice.
and like that, all Indian textbook authors. But uh, when the pandemic hit the country in China and I flight back to India,
Hmm.
I was quite depressed because I thought that I would not be able to go back to China to resume my studies.
Yeah.
So then after I thought that yeah, after completing the MBBS, I had to appear for the entrance examination, this FMG examination. So I straight away prepared myself for the fact that I need to prepare myself because the time is running fast. And from the third year itself, ma'am, I joined the online platform and
Mhm.
uh, to, and I really studied radiology from you online. So yeah, uh, then I just consistently put my 5 6 hours daily.
Okay.
I thought that if I could do anything, like I used it to play sport, but I thought that no, I need to put 5 to 6 hours of studying
Yeah.
consistently, and that really proved fruitful to me, I
Mm.
can say. And the recently, I was, in the last 6 months, I went to Delhi because in at home you have a lot of distractions. I
Yeah.
mean, somebody may call you and you may not be able to say no to him or anybody.
Yeah.
So I decided that I need to isolate myself for a couple of months so that I could give some more edge to my preparation. So I went to Delhi, ma'am, and then by the mid of October or something, I got to know that Dr. Zana ma'am is conducting BTR in
Mm.
Delhi. So I was really eagerly waiting for this session because honestly speaking, it was a 3 day course, but that 3 days really had an extra edge to my preparation because some questions directly came from the BTR session. I'm really thankful. I cannot thank you enough, ma'am. It has been quite a journey, but yeah.
Yeah, so so from what I gather is you have been consistent throughout. You have been a good student. Despite the pandemic, you continued to read, although that got a bit, that was an impact that was there. But apart from that, you were a good student. And then after coming back, you had your notes, right? And when you started preparing, you'd already had your handmade notes that you read from, and then BTR kind of brought it all together and consolidated it for you. So awesome.
Exactly.
So after you took the 3 day class, just tell me in the final month, so the class was 1 month before the exam. In the final month, what was your strategy like?
Ma'am, I remember your words when it was the third day of the session. You told all the students that you need to do the revision at least 3 or 4 times so that you can gather more and more information. But honestly speaking, I revised the BTR notes twice.
Good.
Twice I revised, and yeah, and then I watched some of the YouTube sessions as well,
Mm.
and I had my notes by my side. मैं उनको कंटिन्यूअसली देख रहा था कि ये हो गया अब बीटीआर सेशन मैम ने जो बीटीआर सेशन में जो मैम ने पढ़ाया उसका रिवीजन हो जाए एक दो बार
Nice.
सो या देन आई बिलीव्ड कि ठीक है मैंने आई वाज कंटेंटेड कि चलो ठीक है हो गया मेरा अब बाकी ऊपर वाले तक छोड़ते हैं आई मीन यू नो मैम कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स का कोई भरोसा नहीं होता आई मीन यू कैन प्रिपेयर थ्रू आउट एंड यू कैन नेवर नो कि हो जाएगा कि नहीं हो जाएगा बट आई स्टिल हैड फेथ कि नहीं I had prepared good. I believed in your hard work as well because, of course, you are an inspiration for millions of students out there. So, तो मैंने ये firm belief रखा था कि हो जाएगा. I will do it. So yeah, I did it.
Awesome. Yes, you absolutely did. And it's your hard work, I have no credit to take in this, but I was only that one catalyst that probably you needed. But overall, it is your
True, true.
consistent hard work which has given you this result, and it's just the beginning for you. So that is what is my prayer, that this is just the beginning, and there are many more interviews and many more ranks and many more achievements that are waiting for you. Continue working hard, and thank you
Of
so
course,
much
ma'am.
for inspiring all of the juniors by talking to me.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Can
Take
I add some more words
Absolutely,
to my
absolutely. Yes, please. Yes, please.
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm a middle class person because my family is a middle class, and they really had this dream that because in our society or in our neighbors, like altogether, we don't have a doctor.
Mm,
My brother is a constant source of inspiration for me because he himself wanted to be a doctor, but unfortunately he couldn't.
yeah.
And my constant source of support is my grandfather.
Wow.
Yeah, during the course of my preparation, ma'am, I was down with viral fever in Delhi. So it took me 14 days to recover.
Mm,
So it's really hard कि फिर viral fever होने के बाद it's really hard 14 दिन गुजर गए थे and it was really hard for me to get back and I mean फिर you have a lot of well wishers out there. I mean you have friends and all you have family, but sometimes you have a person who has I have a person who has been there every time I felt like giving up. It really came to me as a blessing and stood with me at my worst and I owe my success to all of those, to my family and to that person as well.
awesome. And
So
and thank you so much for giving that shout out. And our family is always there. You turned out to be successful, but there are many who didn't, right? And one thing that never changes is the support that your family gives you. So that's one thing we can never
true.
forget. And I am glad you didn't in your success, because in success people tend to forget. So that's
True.
really nice of you. And any last words for your juniors, or your friends who couldn't get across the line? This is an exam which people think is very easy, but actually turns out to be very tricky, and there are more people who don't do well than the ones who do. So what are your words for people who probably prepared really well but still couldn't get through?
Exactly, ma'am. I mean, it's no more than a PG exam, ma'am. You know that it has some standard as well. I mean, it's not really easy, but yeah, I can say कि the message I can give to my juniors and all of those aspirants who really want to be a doctor is that if you choose this path, there is no going back. I mean, you have to study, you have to put some efforts. Does not matter कि आप कौन से सोर्स से प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो. It does not really matter. What
Yeah.
matters कि आप क्या दे रहे हो, आप टाइम दे पा रहे हो, आप स्टिंग आवर्स दे रहे हो, कितने घंटे दे रहे हो. That really matters. I mean, hard work will pay off definitely. आप मेहनत करें, definitely it will pay off someday. dedication honi chahiye. I mean, lot of sacrifices definitely. I mean, or during the course of preparations, there must be no distractions. कोई distractions नहीं होनी चाहिए, because at the end of the day it's just a matter of few months, and जब फिर when you do it, you feel like, yeah, I have achieved something in life. So
Exactly.
yeah, hard work is never goes off. Huh?
Absolutely. And you mentioned a word belief, right? So that is so important. कि इस बार result
Exactly.
कितना आया doesn't matter. It does not define you, you know. So you have to believe in yourself, believe in the source that you are doing, and then just go all out. हर रोज अगर आप question करोगे, self doubt के cycle में जाओगे, it's a vicious cycle, right? So just leave your
Vicious cycle. Yes. True. True.
result behind and just give it your all, or बिल्कुल you will be successful. So thank you so much.
Exact. Thank you so much, ma'am. And you know that subtitle on the BTR note, belief to rakho. First, you have to believe, कि नहीं, I can do it. So yeah,
Absolutely. So great words, I think, to end this beautiful conversation. Thank you so much, Nasir, and wishing you all the very best.
thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so. It was pleasure. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Bye.